Okay, so there we go then. Jack fights through multiple waves of Monarch troops during a pretty crappy boss fight, in which chief antagonist Paul pretty much just stands around firing out really irritating bursts of lethal red something and waiting to get shot. Jack plugs him in the side, then does that big jumping punch finisher that the TV ad spoiled weeks ago, and then busts his skull open on the floor for good measure. He and Will then power up the Chronon regulator in an attempt to glue the ever-expanding time fracture back together. This deprives Paul of the fuel source he needs for his lifeboat plan, which is intended to allow a select group of elite to shelter from the incoming end of time, but that's not going to matter if the repair job works anyway. And despite a bit of last-minute interference from the not-quite-dead Paul, it does work, though we already half expected that, given that the entire game is told in flashback monologue, which is framed by Jack's eventual debriefing interview at Monarch.
One more question. Paul Serene's entire philosophy was that time is a set path, and nothing can be changed. At the time, you obviously disagreed. But after everything you've seen and done, we need to know. What do you believe now?
That interview ends with Jack being offered a job by Martin Hatch, who's almost definitely secretly evil. We've already seen him trying to bring about the end of time for some reason, and we already thought that he'd maybe turn into a time-destabilised shifter creature. But whatever's going on, Jack has two possible futures in front of him now, depicted in exactly the same way as Paul's clairvoyant junction decisions throughout the game. Jack is also still messed up with Chronon powers the same way that Paul was, so parallels are clearly drawn up, and a sequel is clearly set up. Oh, and Jack is probably going to go back in time to save Beth, who he knows is on her way to a seriously bad time travel-related time, and previously had to let go to ensure that the ending even happened in the first place. That absolutely cannot go wrong.
I'll come back for you.
Let us know what you thought about Quantum Break and the ending in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more gaming news, reviews, previews and features right here on GamesRadar Plus.